Today I'm at Basildon Police Station and all I see is an influx of police cars parked on double yellow lines. Look, SRO7, protecting and serving Essex, not very well on double yellow lines. SRO4, parked on double yellow lines. Another one here, parked on double yellow lines. Seen better days. Got a knife bin out the front. Here's the back gate.
Welcome back. We're outside Basildon Police Station, and within seconds the tone is set. The camera pans across police vehicles parked on double yellow lines. Restrictions that apply to ordinary drivers unless there's a legitimate operational reason to override them. That visual alone raises the question many members of the public quietly ask. Are these rules flexible for convenience, or only when truly necessary? Before even approaching the front desk, the auditor calmly documents what he sees, framing the encounter around accountability and consistency. Police vehicles can be exempt from certain traffic restrictions when engaged in duty, but from the outside, context isn't always obvious. That tension between lawful exemption and perceived double standard is exactly what fuels debates like this. The recording begins not with confrontation, but with observation.
Riot van. Closed circuit television. CCTV is in operation for the purposes of crime prevention and public safety. We've got a vehicle coming out. Let's have a look at the other vehicles here. Protecting and serving Essex. There's a lot of police cars parked out the front. Authorised permit holders only. Police no entry only. What we got down there? Anything exciting? Keep clear. Sliding gates can cause serious injury or death. Warning: this car park is for police personnel only. Anyone that parks here who is not authorised will be clamped. Superintendent Shepherd, Divisional Commander. Well, there's a guy in reception at the moment, so I don't want to go in there and invade his privacy.
As he circles the perimeter, he carefully checks the signage and makes sure he stays on public land. The key principle is simple. Access remains public unless it's clearly and lawfully restricted. He observes the authorized only areas without crossing into them, showing he understands a boundary. That restraint contrasts with the earlier parking issue and raises a fair question about consistency and how seriously site rules are applied on both sides.
But let me tell you about the car park over here where I had to park. My roof box hit the barriers on the way in, only just sort of brushed underneath it. But fuck me, when it was tight getting in the roof, you know, the roof against the ceiling. Oh my god, I went so slowly, but luckily I made it. So let's check out the number plates of the cars while I'm waiting for this guy to yeah, that one's alright, that one's alright. It's an ambulance station just up further. This is a sort of car that won't be alright. Okay. Have a better look at that Audi. That band's alright. So looking at that number plate.
While he waits, he turns his attention to the staff car park, briefly scanning private vehicles. It's not random curiosity, it's about consistency. The principle is simple. The law should apply uniformly, whether you wear a badge or not. If an officer's own vehicle isn't compliant, it undermines credibility. He's looking for the same small infractions an average driver might be fined for. And it seems he's just spotted one.
Zoom in a little bit. There is no BS number visible on the number plate. It tells you where it was made. So for a new car like that, registration 17 plate should have a BS number. Is the guy still in there? No, I think I can. Oh, is he? Yeah, he's still there. Okay, guys, I'll pick it up in a minute. Yeah, just a quick one really. I was at the headquarters today over in Chelmsford, and one of the police cars there, one of the staff cars there parked in the car park had an illegal number plate. And I wanted to report it there, and they told me to come to one of the local police stations to do so. I'd already been to Chelmsford police station, so I've come here. Okay. So who do I report that to? This car here has also got an illegal number plate.
Has it?
Yeah.
Why is it illegal?
If you look at any other car, BS number, it's got a BS number. By law, it's got to have a BS number and the maker's name on it. It's got the maker's name on it, but it's got no BS number. So it's not to British standards.
Okay. Alright, we'll go inside and have a word, although what I will say is...
He notices that one vehicle's number plate appears to be missing the required British Standard BS mark, which would technically make it non-compliant. Vehicle equipment rules operate largely on strict liability. If it doesn't meet the specification, intent doesn't usually matter. Rather than brushing it off, he chooses to report it, effectively reversing the usual roles. The dynamic shifts quickly once it becomes clear that the civilian isn't there to be scrutinized, but is instead raising a compliance issue of his own. That role reversal often triggers defensiveness, especially when those accustomed to enforcing standards are suddenly being measured against them.
I don't think people would appreciate you filming their number plates.
I don't appreciate them driving around with illegal number plates.
By all means go inside and speak to someone about
Yeah.
it.
Because obviously this is a staff's member of car, it is illegal.
Okay. I don't know whose car that is, but...
Well, this is
but
staff
at the
car
moment-
parking, isn't it?
Exactly, at the moment you're now on private property. You're on
It's
police
publicly
premises.
accessible.
Police premises.
It's publicly accessible.
Police premises, and you're filming number plates,
Yes, I am.
right?
You're very observant.
Yes. And you must understand that in the current climate,
Yep.
under obviously terrorism activity and things like that,
Yep.
we need to be very aware and, as you say, observant of people filming police premises.
Right.
All right.
I had no issues at Chelmsford Police Station. I had no issues at the
Yeah.
police college. I had no
Well,
issues.
that's up to them at the end of the day. But I'm very aware
Yeah.
that you're currently filming on police premises people's.
Yeah, I'm an auditor. That's what auditors do.
You're an auditor.
Yes.
Do you have any ID in relation to that?
Why would I need ID? What have I
I
done
don't
wrong?
know. Do you have any ID to say that you're an auditor?
What ID?
What are you an auditor
A
of?
police auditor. I go around
Police.
auditing police stations.
Okay, so you must have some ID in relation to that. If you're an official police auditor.
I'm not. I didn't say I was an official. I
Right,
put my
so-
videos on YouTube when I
Right.
go to a police station and find faults with the police station or faults
Yeah.
with the members of staff. I put it on YouTube,
Right.
as many of us do.
Okay.
There's things like that. We're not happy with members of staff who can drive around in vehicles breaking the law.
Okay.
It's not acceptable for a police officer or a police member of staff to do that. Wouldn't you agree?
The officer pivots away from the reported issue and invokes the current climate and terrorism to justify questioning. But filming a police station from public land isn't a terrorism offense without specific, articulable grounds. Suspicion must be based on facts, not vague references to security. When the officer demands ID, the auditor calmly asks, under what legal power it's required. That simple question shifts the pressure back. Without a clear statutory basis, the demand loses force, and the officer's confidence begins to falter.
By all means, absolutely. All right. I don't see what's wrong with that number plate personally.
I've just told you.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I don't see what's wrong with it personally. That looks very legal to me.
And I've just shown you that every other number plate's got a BS number on
By
it.
all means, please go inside and speak to a member of staff at front counter who can maybe look up some legislation for you and has it to hand ready. Yeah?
Right, okay, but you're not going to do anything about it.
I've just advised you. You asked me when you report it, and I've advised you that you can go inside and report it.
And you've also told me that I'm not allowed to film, I'm on police property. How can I go in there?
I didn't say you weren't allowed to film on police property. I'm just advising you.
Yep.
If you continue to film on police property,
Which I'm going to.
You're going to get stopped.
Yep.
All right, and asked what you're doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because of the current terrorism climate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
I've got no issues with that at all.
We obviously have issues with people filming buildings, particularly police buildings, because they are a target for terrorists. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I've done about 70 of them
that.
now.
So you will be spoken to about what you're doing on police premises, specifically as well, filming number plates.
Yeah.
All right, because as you can.
I understand the
appreciate,
Terrorism Act, and I expect to be questioned, which is why you don't. This isn't your property, is it?
No, I'm just advising you. If I was to come to your property, stand on a public highway, and say, for example, you had a vehicle and film your number plate, you'd want to know why.
But you're perfectly lawfully allowed to do so.
No, but you'd want to know why I'm filming your number plate. Surely, I know I would. If it was my car,
It's not your number plate, though, is it?
I'm advising you. I'm giving you a rhetoric.
The number plate belongs to the DVLA.
Situation.
Yeah, but the number plate all number plates belong to the DVLA.
It would be your vehicle, though, wouldn't it?
The officer insists on ID on the basis that you're an auditor, which is a shaky foundation. In the UK, there is generally no obligation to identify yourself during a voluntary encounter unless a specific statutory power applies. Identification isn't triggered by occupation or hobby. It's triggered by LAWWY framing auditing as inherently suspicious. The officer appears to be probing for details without clearly stating the legal authority behind the demand. When asked to cite the exact power being used, there's no immediate reference to legislation. That absence is significant.
And you'd want to know why someone's filming your vehicle, really, wouldn't you?
Not really. It wouldn't worry me, and there's no danger in a camera.
Oh, okay. It would bother me. but
Okay,
I'm
that's
just
your
advising.
choice.
All right. So if you go inside, have a word with someone inside, and
Yep.
you can report what you wanted to report at Chelmsford.
Yep.
All right, you've obviously travelled from Chelmsford to here. I don't really know why you didn't go to Chelmsford Police Station.
I'd already been to Chelmsford Police Station beforehand.
Right. But you were local to Chelmsford.
I was local to Chelmsford.
Right.
I had to come here anyway, so I...
Well, feel free to go inside and report what you wanted to report.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, thank
I'll
you very
leave
much.
it there.
Can I take your badge number?
72311.
Excellent. And you're based here?
I'm not based here, no.
Well, whereabouts are you
I
based?
don't need to tell you where I'm
You
based.
do. You need to give me
I
3
can
forms
give-
of
I can give you my
identification.
collar number. That's all I need to
No, according to your policy,
That's all I need to give you.
according to your
All
policy,
right.
if you go look on your
And what's your
policy,
name, sorry?
I didn't give out my name.
You don't give out your name.
What's your
okay,
name?
Well, you're filming me currently on these premises.
That's right.
So I'd like to know what your name is. I'm not going to give you my name. I can give you my collar number, which I've given.
Right, you're
All right,
supposed to
that's
give me
fine,
3
that's fine.
forms of
My
identification.
form of ID. I need to give you my collar number because I'm perfectly identifiable via that collar number.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
I'm the only person with
You,
this collar number.
by law,
Please.
by your code of standards, you've got to give me 3 forms of
And what are
identification.
those three forms of identification?
Either your name,
Yep.
the station you're located at,
Yep.
the collar number.
I only need to give you the station I'm located at if I'm stopping the counter.
No,
or
any-
stop searching you, and I'm not doing that.
No, any interaction.
No, not at all.
Yes, it is. I've already looked into it.
Not at all.
So you're refusing
I've
me
not
your police
stopped
station
you.
that
I've
you're
not
based
stopped
at?
you. You've stopped me.
No,
You've asked
I
me
was
to-
walking along and you said to
And I
me,
asked
"Can I
if
help
were
you?"
okay because you were
So
looking
we've
at
had an
me.
interaction. You spoke to me
Exactly.
first.
But I'm not asking you to stop and search. I'm not asking for any stopping account.
The ability to name the power is what separates a lawful requirement from a mere request. Without it, the interaction remains consensual, not compulsory. Interview 7. This is where the balance changes. The auditor requests the officer's identification under standard professional conduct expectations, reinforcing the idea of mutual accountability. In UK policing, officers are generally required to provide their name and collar number when asked, particularly during an interaction, sensing there's no clear legal basis to detain or compel details from the auditor. The officer appears reluctant to fully engage on that same level of transparency and instead moves to disengage. That contrast is what stands out. When authority to demand information isn't clearly established, the tone often shifts. Once the legal footing weakens, so does the confidence behind it. and the interaction winds down as the officer steps away.
Why is it an issue that you're trying to hide what police? Why are you hiding what police
I don't
station?
need to because that's all
That's arrogant.
Not arrogant.
It is.
That's all I need to do.
It is. There's no need
Are
for
you
it.
going to give me your name?
No.
Okay, all right.
Are you going to give me your name?
I don't need to. You're going to
I don't
sign
need
up
to
my
either,
colleagues
so
know
don't bother
that you're
asking.
Here,
Yep.
All right. And just if you would like some help, you know where they are.
Yeah, I'm just going in. There was somebody in there just now. Hiya. Just like to report a couple of incidents, if that's okay. Yes. What's that? This is a public building. Right. Okay. Well, that's your policy. No, this is your policy. Yeah. The government's got policies about vehicles being on the road on double yellow lines, and there's loads of them parked on double yellow lines. No.
The auditor steps into the inquiry office to make his report. Public areas in police stations are typically accessible to anyone, but staff sometimes let personal discomfort override legal boundaries. This highlights the principle of implied access. He's there for a legitimate purpose, reporting a vehicle issue. Yet, notice how the focus immediately shifts to the camera rather than the actual report, showing how perception of scrutiny can overshadow the real issue at hand.
Yeah, you're calling me in with the camera, yeah. You can call me Isaac. Yep. I'm not getting them on camera. I've got a job to hear you through the... Where's that? Right, I just want to report a couple of incidences. Yeah, that's a policy, it's not a law. I'm allowed to film in public. Under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, I'm allowed to film in public. I'm not going to get them on camera, I've already stated that. And if they ever speak, I will cut the video. And if they speak, I will cut the video. So there's no issues with that at all. I've put your mind at rest on that. Yes, I do, please, yeah. Yes, I do, please, yeah. Want to speak to somebody? Right, okay.
The staff member invokes policy to halt the recording, but this is an important distinction. Policies bind employees, not the public. Legally, the public follows legislation, not internal rules. Here, the auditor asserts his right to be present, creating a standoff. While staff lean on authority and compliance, he relies on actual law, refusing to be pressured by internal memos.
Right, I'm going to pause it here. Smiling police officers. Lord of Audits here. I've been waiting about 15-20 minutes for someone to come out and see me. I've got another police station I want to get to, so I haven't got the time to wait around. But I've just caught another police officer just coming out here. Hi mate. Yeah, I'm not really happy to be honest. noticed there's a car down there that's got an illegal number plate parked in a private staff parking. So I've gone in to report it.
Yeah.
And also, all the police cars are parked down here on double yellow lines.
Yeah, okay. With them, we will get them moved.
Yeah.
With the police directly outside, there should be police cars only.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they're not police cars, they shouldn't be there. So we will follow lines of inquiry, obviously, to get them moved.
Yep.
I'm just off to an emergency now.
Okay, no worries, mate. Sorry, yeah.
I'll look at it when I come back, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Cheers. That shouldn't be allowed. Filming in public is allowed. Just because I got a sign up.
Finally, a second officer arrives and immediately handles things correctly. He acknowledges the parking issue without checking the camera or demanding ID. This contrast is telling. The earlier tension stemmed from ego, not security. Key takeaways. Terrorism is sometimes used as a cover for curiosity. Policy doesn't equal law, and confident engagement exposes competence gaps. It's a clear example of how a simple conversation reveals training deficiencies. Share your thoughts below. Did the first officer genuinely suspect terrorism or just dislike being filmed? Subscribe for more accountability. This video is educational, not legal advice. Always check local laws.